shooting suspects, so very dangerous situation. And again, this car driving lights out, streets are dark, residential, and again, high speeds and no regard for other people in the area. Again, northbound right now, Monte Vista, we're back on a larger street, but again, very dangerous. And you know, we don't know how these things turn out. We try to shoot these, show the video the best we can, but again, we never know how it's going to end. Sometimes these could end very poorly. Look at him weaving through that intersection. Again, we don't think he's hit anybody as of yet. We did hear something earlier on that there might have been a white van hit on the 101 freeway earlier. Right now, though, these suspects wanted by the LAPD, believed to be shooting suspects. Very dangerous situation. LAPD chasing him through the Lincoln Park area.
And Stu, we're just getting word right now that the suspects are originally wanted for reckless driving. The shooting has not been confirmed at this point right now. We're not sure about the shooting suspects right now. But when did you actually pick this up? When did you actually come across this pursuit, Stu?
Well, you know, we heard this earlier on. It was actually up on the avenues, up in the avenues up here. And, you know, by the time we got here, he had already made a large loop. He had been on some freeways, on the 2 freeway, went through the Echo Park area, on the 101 freeway, worked his way back into downtown. Okay, we got a door open, and a suspect running right now. 2 suspects, right and left. Now we're going to have to move Sky 9 around a little bit so we can keep an eye on the driver. That's the guy that LAPD is going to want as well. You got somebody walking right there. There he is, coming in the shot. You can see LAPD really picking up some speed trying to catch this guy. Again, running, still, whoa! Suspect tripped right there. Officers got him. They got him by gunpoint. They're going to just, there we go. They're going to take him and up. They're tasing him. They're using less than lethal to bring this guy down. That's what they did right there. That's what he, and you got the other officers coming to join him right now to take that guy into custody. So that's the driver. That's the one that they definitely want to get a hold of. The passenger is more or less like the icing on the cake. This guy is the one they wanted. They got him in custody. I'm just going to take a look real quick to see if the passenger's been taken into custody. But again, this coming to an end out here. We'll get you an intersection. There's the vehicle. Officers still arriving here on scene. Driver's been caught. Passenger might still be outstanding. But again, a very, very physical end here to this pursuit. Appeared that the officer used less than lethal to bring this guy to an end while they were running here on the streets.
Stu, I saw both people get out of the car. The driver went one way. We saw what happened to him. I saw the passenger go the other way, but I also saw some LAPD officers chasing after him that way too. So he didn't exactly just get away without any officers trailing him. They were following him as soon as he got out of the car.
Oh, definitely. Officers from the LAPD, they know their stuff. They're trained for this. That officer, I'm impressed with the physical condition he was in. That guy ran after this. That suspect might have had a little bit of a lead on it, but you got to see this has got to be at least 2 blocks at full tilt there to get this guy into custody and then to keep his composure at the end. Excellent job. I'm going to be listening on another radio here in a second. I want to know if the other suspect is in custody, but again, and also the intersection where this came to an end.
And since we don't know if this suspect is in custody just yet, we just want to remind you that if you do live in this area in Highland Park, this is the end of a pursuit with the LAPD, and we do have at least, as far as we know, 1 suspect still at large right now. And officers, obviously, they always want you to, keep your doors closed, keep your doors locked. Don't answer the door for anybody. If anyone knocks coming running, don't open the door for them. Obviously, for safety reasons, we don't know if these suspects are armed or not. We have not confirmed that just yet.
And on your screen, you can see to the right here the end of this pursuit where the suspects, both of them, bailed out of the car and the LAPD followed in a foot chase there and eventually tased the driver of the car. You can see him rolling there on the ground after he was tased, and the officer takes him into custody, again using non-lethal methods to catch this driver who led police at times on a high-speed pursuit on the 2 freeway through Echo Park, on the 110, blowing through intersections, stop signs, and eventually caught here in Highland Park.
And Stu, do you have a location on the other suspect yet? Do we know if officers
well,
were able to catch up with him?
really good news. We just got we got this information just moments ago from the LAPD helicopter. They're also saying that these might have originally been reckless driving, but he's still reporting them as wanted or possible shooting suspects from a shooting from last night. Both suspects in custody right now in the 50 Avenue 52 Monte Vista out here in the Highland Park area.
All right, Stu, that is good news that they do have the other person in custody. Quite a few patrol cars on the scene here, even though they do have both people in custody now. But Susie did point out in cases like this, if you know and you're watching that there are suspects outstanding, it's always best to keep everything locked up. But good ending to this as far as not injuring somebody else, the driver or his passenger being injured, or more importantly, LAPD officers injured. Everybody is coming out of this okay. And
really interesting how it came to an end, because we thought this might go for a little while after the driver was going through many different freeways through residential areas, and now it's come to an end here in Highland Park. We'll have more updates right here on KCAL 9 throughout the evening on this end of the pursuit.
Más.